back to my channel. I kind of sporadically decided that I wanted to film something. Oh frick, the questions are on my phone. I really wanted to film a get ready with me. However, I kind of like sporadically decided that I wanted to do it. So all of my camera batteries are dead. So I decided to start filming on my phone, but I had to prop it up in such a dangerous way that I really don't think it's gonna stay for very long. I downloaded this app called YOLO. It is an anonymous questions type app. You can set it up through Snapchat. So you'll send like a Snapchat and it'll have an option for where people can put in, like you can ask a question or whatever and they'll respond, and it'll respond anonymously in the app. Like it'll send the response to the app. Kanan's friend Isaac is the one that I saw it from originally. So I was like, heck yes, I want to do that. I want people to ask me questions. And I really wanted people to not hold back, because half the time when I do these like ask me questions or like be real with me or whatever, people like, I don't know if it's like because people just don't know me still, or it's because like they think that I won't answer them. But let me tell you right now, I am an open book. All in all, like you guys are my pals and I'm honest with my pals, you know? So I'm gonna answer honestly. So I wanted to film a get ready with me, answer those questions. Also, I wanted to show you guys, if you didn't know, Gymshark had a summer sale. There's two things that kind of stopped me from buying Gymshark up until this point. For one, I definitely thought that they were like a skinny girl brand. I'm 5'9.5". I'm roughly around 195. So I didn't know if their sizes would work. I just feel like a lot of these fitness brands sometimes tend to run so small, and it's like, how is that a large? How is this a large? So I was kind of afraid to spend like however much their full price stuff is. So I've just been really on the fence. But they had this summer sale. I was going on the part that had 70% off. I was like, now's the time to try it. I got a pair of leggings basically and a top, like a long sleeve crop workout top thing. So I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like on me real quick, because I love them. I absolutely love them. They are so comfortable. I haven't worn them to work out yet, but I'm gonna do leg day tomorrow and I'm gonna wear the leggings tomorrow for the first time. So I will update eventually and let you know if I like them for squats and stuff like that. The top is definitely long sleeve, so I think I would have to wear it with biker shorts or something maybe. I don't know. But I'll show you guys what they look like right now. Okay, so what I ended up getting was I got a pair of the Flex leggings that are charcoal marl / dusky teal color. And the top that I got is the Fleur texture long sleeve crop in the color charcoal marl. All right, so that is the Gymshark stuff that I got. I forgot to see how much I paid, but I mean, it was like 70% off both stuff. So I think both were like between $15 and $20 with like 70% off. So I grabbed that stuff, grabbed it. All right, so now we are going to get into the get ready with me portion and the answering questions portion. I forgot to damp this. So I'm literally just gonna do my absolute everyday makeup routine, nothing special here. I think it's changed though since last time I did my makeup. So I definitely want to show you guys some of the stuff that I've been using and some of the stuff I absolutely can't stand, okay? So real quick, before we go into the questions, I wanted to talk about the foundations and concealers that I've been using. So this is the foundation that I was using, I mean, for the past like 6 months. I loved this stuff. This is the CoverGirl Outlast All Day 3-in-1 foundation. It has SPF 20 and I had the medium beige color. This is what it looks like. I love this stuff. I don't really know if I have oily or dry skin. I think I'm just somewhere in the middle. But this stuff was just, it never dried out. It was so moisturizing. I loved that it had sunscreen in it. It was just awesome. It was literally such a good foundation. And I don't know why every single time I go get new makeup, I try something different. And I don't need to do that, because now I got this and I hate this stuff, but I paid for it. So now I have to use it. This is, what brand is this even? Maybelline Fit Me. This is the Matte Plus Poreless Normal to Oily Fit Me Foundation. I got the color Soft Sand Sable Fin. So it's normal to oily. Like I said, I don't think I'm really dry or really oily. I think I'm just like in the middle. But this stuff dries me out so bad. So I had to stop using it on my nose, under my eyes, and on like my top lip, because when I would put this on there, like those areas, it literally looked like I had a skin disease. Like my skin became flaky instantly, no matter how damp this was. I even got like moisturizing oil to put on first. This stuff like sucks in those areas. Just do not put it on those areas. On top of that, whenever I bought this, I had also ran out of my concealer. This is new, but this is what I used always. And I ran out of this, so I was like, ooh, I'm gonna try a new concealer.
Yeah, please.
I got the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer. Okay, this is what it looks like. I've seen other makeup people use this stuff, and it's awesome. I don't know why I got a shade that is like 20 million times too light for me, so I can't use it. This is literally fair. It's called Fair Warm. I tried to use this stuff though, and I did the same thing. Like it like makes it like cracks. Like I don't even know how to explain it. It just literally looks like my skin is like flaking off. I just wanted to show you guys like the two things that I got that I'm like, I do not like this stuff. However, I got my Ride or Die concealer again from, this is Maybelline as well. This is the Fit Me concealer. It's like the same brand, but for some reason this concealer is the bomb. I've literally used this for years and years and years, and I just tried this for the first time and this stuff sucks. So it's like, I don't know what to tell you there, but what I've learned that I have to do in order to make this foundation work is I have to put the concealer on all the areas that get nasty from this stuff, and then only put this stuff like on my main areas, you know? So that's what I'm gonna start doing. I just put this concealer all here, and this is the look that I literally do every single day for work. I start there because I don't want it to like get really dry before I move on. Okay, so as I'm blending, I'm gonna start asking the questions. Yeah, first question. Oh, by the way, these are just questions. I literally asked people to ask me the questions like 2 or 3 weeks ago, so these have literally just been sitting in that app. I totally have not looked at them since that day that I did them, because it's like Snapchat, it's like 24 hours. I haven't looked at them since then, so I just wrote them down because they were on my phone, and so I just wrote them down. So first question, I think this question was from Jalissa, because I was like, hey, can you like send me a question to make sure that it's working? And she said, who is my celebrity crush? I can't remember if Endgame came out after these questions or not, but I saw this picture of Chris Evans and all the Avengers like lined up, and he literally looked like, this is gonna sound funny, he looked like Kanan, like from afar. And if Kanan was like absolutely ripped, you know, but still like resembled Kanan, and I was like, ooh, baby. All right, guys, we are back. My camera is done charging, so I'm gonna use that now. Well, I don't know where I left off on the last question. Basically, I saw this picture of Chris Evans, and he resembled Kanan a lot, and I was like, So it's become Chris Evans. Also, if you have him on Twitter, he's super like culturally aware, and so I'm like, I like that. Yeah, so now I'm gonna do the foundation. I'll show you guys how I use this. Literally the only way that has worked for me. I put a little bit on my hand, and I pick up like all that I'm not gonna use, and then I take my finger and I dab, and I put some on my head, on my cheek, my other cheek, and then the rest on my neck so I can blend it. And then I go at it. How many people do you consider your best friends? It's a good question, because I genuinely feel like I don't just get close to people just to get close to people, you know? Like, I don't have like a ton of just friends. I have like a very select few of best friends. Like, that's how I think of my little circle. I've kind of always been that way. I feel like I have had a lot of the same friends for years and years. Me and Jalissa have been, I would say we've been friends since high school, but we became like best friends probably like senior year of high school. So that was what, 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago at this point. So, and then like Eric, we've been friends since 8th grade. So that's even longer than that. So yeah, a lot of my friends are, because we've been friends for so long, like we just stay friends. Like I kind of skip over like the acquaintance phase, and if we're gonna become friends, it's like I want to get right to the nitty gritty stuff. Like conversation wise, I just want to jump right in. Like, what's your biggest fear? Tell me right now. I would say everyone that's like I would consider my best friend is my best friend for a different reason. Like they just bring something else to the table that like a part of my personality extends to that, like needing someone like that. I've even thought about this, like how I'm gonna have my wedding, because I consider so many people my like best friend, and I want to pay like a tribute to that. And so I'm like thinking about like bridesmaids and stuff during my wedding, and I'm like, am I just gonna end up having like 8 bridesmaids? Like, but I would definitely say though, like me and Jalissa talk the most, other than Kanan obviously. Oh, so I use the same powder as I've used in the last video I did like this. CoverGirl Clean Professional. I just recently got a new one. I love this stuff. I think this is like the only like powder that I've ever used for my face, like face powder wise. Ever since I started using makeup, this is what I used. Favorite part about Pride Month. I answered this on Snapchat whenever I got it. Definitely the gays. The gays are my favorite part of Pride Month. This may be like controversial. I've seen a lot of stuff recently on just social media in general, and some people are like, why do they get, they meaning like gay people, why do they get a whole month dedicated to just them? Like, how is that fair? Blah blah blah. There's people out there that have fought for this country and all that stuff. I just want to make sure everyone's still aware, like there's a month celebrating everything. Like if you look online, there's a Veterans Month, there's a month celebrating, you know, breast cancer awareness. There's a month for everything. So it's like there's a lot of things that get a whole month. It's just they deserve one too, you know? Anyways, yeah, so that's my favorite part about Pride Month, the gays for sure. Some advice you wish you received before going into college. This is a good one. Let me do my eyebrows real quick. So I have recently gotten into the pomade game, and I can't tell yet if I love it. So I have used Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. That's what I got, and I got the matching like brush. I did use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil. That's what I've used since I started doing my brow. I loved that pencil. It's really easy to be precise of where you're putting the product and how much you're putting. This stuff, it like obviously you have to keep going back for more, taking off the excess, putting it on, you have to keep going back. So it's kind of hard to make it as evenly distributed as the pencil. This stuff looks more natural, I would say. It doesn't look like pencil on your eyebrows, but I just really struggle like on my wings, like on the ends with this stuff. It's just really hard to make them the same, you know? So I'll show you guys what I mean. I'm gonna turn it off and come back and I'll show you guys what I mean when I'm done, because I definitely have to concentrate when I do this. Okay, so this is them done. Like, I don't know if it's really focusing or if you can really tell. The wings just aren't, like this one is way fleekier than this one, you know? And it doesn't matter that much, but it just, I mean, it like low-key, maybe high-key pisses me off a little bit. There was like one day that I got them like perfect, like absolutely perfect. And I think I posted a story on my Instagram. Like, if you guys have tips, throw them my way. Your girl needs them. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go in and do eyelashes. I'm not gonna go crazy because I'm just gonna go to the grocery store later. But I basically do the same thing for my eyelashes as always. I curl them because they're, as you can tell, like non-existent without curling them. I don't know what brand this is. It's just your regular old curling iron. And then I got this mascara recently, Maybelline's Total Temptation mascara. So the Maybelline Colossal Volume mascara is like definitely one of my all-time favorites. It has this kind of, this is so dry. It has this kind of tip to it, which I usually hate these types of brushes, because it usually just like, when it has that type of brush, the product is usually really thin for whatever reason, and I need like really thick product, like a product that leaves a lot of what the hell am I trying to say? So this stuff, I should have just gotten more of this, but of course I didn't. So this stuff is good too. This is what the brush looks like. It's definitely thick and stout. This stuff smells like either Play-Doh or vanilla. I don't know what, that was like the first thing I noticed when I used this. I really do like this stuff. I just wish it had that brush with it. That stuff is so dry though. Like I am so in need of a new one, but I basically use that one sometimes to just like get the shape of my eyelashes in preparation to use this stuff. You know, like I prep my eyelashes with that dry stuff. I'm not gonna do that today because I don't care that much. Okay, let us ask another question. Oh, the question from before. I never answered it. Some advice you wish you received before going into college. So this is definitely a really good one. I don't think I really had much advice given to me going into college because my stepdad went to college, but obviously that was not like, the college experience changes and varies so much between like what major you're in, and every like 5 years I feel like a college changes up the way they do things. So I feel like it's hard to gauge like and get advice because of that. But also like my mom didn't go to college. I didn't have anyone to ask that really went recently that I was like close enough to ask about. I was kind of just like gonna take it as it came. First thing I would say about college is that if school has never been your thing, it's gonna continue not being your thing in college. College is just going to be a continuation of that, I promise you. It's gonna be hard. College is really, really hard. So just keep that in mind. I would say you do not have to go to college to be successful. Not to say that if you don't go, you're still gonna be successful, because you don't know. And not to say that if you don't go, you know, you're not gonna have to put in work to get what you want. You're gonna have to work hard regardless if you go to college or not go to college. I would just say, like, for real, college is not for everybody. It just isn't. It is so based off of how strict you can be on yourself and how much self-discipline you have. College just is not for everybody. If you feel a pull that is not college, follow that pull. Like, you're obviously being pulled somewhere else. That's okay. Not to say that it's a huge waste of time. I think that these degrees kind of get you in the door. That's my advice. My favorite Vine. Honestly, just rip Vine in general. Like, I feel like my humor, it seriously like messed up what I find funny now, because I find these stupidest funny now, and I feel like it's really hurt my social skills. There's just a lot of people out there that didn't watch Vines, especially towards the end where it was just like nonsense, and so now it's like there's just this whole group of people that like I can't click with, because like the things I find funny are so freaking weird and like out there. I could never choose a favorite Vine. There's just ones that hit harder than others, you know? Best thing about moving to Nashville? Good question. For one, Kanan, for sure. By the way, I'm pretty much done with my makeup. I haven't even been putting highlighter on because I don't love myself apparently. But yeah, this is pretty much the finished look. Yeah, favorite thing about Nashville, honestly, the food is so good. Like, there's so many places to try. I remember when I was growing up in Florida, I would always just be like, I wish there were places we could go that we could just like hang out, like not have to buy food, not have to buy something, like going to the mall or something, just somewhere where we could just like hang out, like, and it was just like an establishment dedicated for like hanging out, you know? So we could just go and chill and like talk and stuff. And there's so many places like that here. So quick shout out into my next video. That's what I will be posting about. So make sure you subscribe, because I have a whole video coming of fun stuff to do that's cheap/free in Nashville. There's a lot of places that offer a lot more options, like vegan options or sugar-free options. So I just think that's awesome. Like, places are expanding their menus, and I just think that's awesome. That's pretty much all I have for this video. I just wanted to throw on some makeup. I need to go grocery shopping today. It's Sunday. I'm gonna meal prep today for once in like months and months. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Yeah, thank you so much for chilling with me during this Get Ready With Me. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Bye.